Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning.
Good morning to Michael.
Good morning.
Megan, hello.
Morning.
I was going to say good morning. I just wanted to see what your tone was at first. Good morning. How are you?
Why did you say tone?
I just wanted to make sure you were having a good week. Can I have a good week?
You know when
here?
you say stuff like that, it sounds like I've been an absolute bitch all
I know. No. You're wonderful. Just seriously. She's awesome. I love her.
6 o'clock in the morning, he's already trying to pick a fight.
In your tone.
Good morning to KP.
Good morning.
Saw her hoedowing it this weekend for the hoedown for the country station, which was kind of wild. By the way, are the country station people as cool as we are?
I didn't get to say hello to them, but I
Did
would
you see them
assume
on
that they're pretty
stage or
cool.
anything? Did they do anything on stage?
They
that
were
was
hanging
fun?
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they all related?
No, they're not, Michael. Thank you.
Good morning to you, Lydia.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I have to say this, and this is going to be one of those times where you're going to sit there and go, where was I when? I don't know if you'll say that, but you might say that. But we have to welcome a new member to the Mojo in the Morning Show. We're going to have to update our Wikipedia. Somebody has to figure out how to do that and update the Wikipedia. But we have a new member of our Mojo in the Morning Show on this. I'm going to look at the date. I always get my dates wrong. Monday, May the 22nd, 2023. A new friend will be joining the show, a new voice that you will hear on the show from time to time saying hello to you or probably saying something kind of as goofy as we all say. Please welcome Kevin Irwin, otherwise known as Kev. Kevin, what is your name? First off, let me just say this to you. Before I tell everybody who you are and stuff, I always look at people's Instagram bios to find out what they're really all about. Because honestly, everybody is so honest on their Instagram bios. They always make themselves look just as friendly on their Instagram bios as they ever do on a resume. So what do I call you?
Can I get some fireworks?
Yeah. We want
silence?
Hold on.
It's 955.
All right, hold on a second.
Something.
That was kind of like a welcome.
It was very serious.
How about
He
this?
talked his way through it, by the way. We were all on it, ready to cheer, and then he kept talking.
This is like the purge.
There we go.
It's the purge. This is the opposite of what I want.
All right. What do I call you? Because I was trying to figure out.
Hey, just call me Kev.
Kev!
Call
What's
me
up?
Bless.
Hey, welcome, Kev!
By the way, that's what it sounds like when Kev walks into the studio. Because he's one of those people that comes up to you and gives you a hug and tells you it's going to be a great day. And he has so much energy. And the rest of us are like, okay, we're just going to drink our coffee for a second and get ready for the show.
It's 6 a.m. I'm trying to contain myself because I know people are still waking up, wiping their eyes. But
So here's the thing with Kev. Kev has been kind of like hanging out with us for a couple of weeks or so, right? Mm-hmm. Just kind of get to know things that are going on here. But we've known Kev for some time. Matter of fact, you guys might have even run into him. Kev used to be an intern way back when for our sister station, FM 98 WJLB, for the Coco Foolish, Mr. Chase. That show, by the way, one of my favorite shows of all time. By the way, Foolish never called back for your reference. But it doesn't surprise me because Foolish sometimes doesn't call back for anything unless I tell him that there's like free food here at the station you can come by. Also, you probably have seen him at Detroit Pistons games. He is your MC, your host that hosts, in between timeouts and halftime and all the rest of that stuff, right?
That's a fact. And MSU.
And I was going to get to that. Michigan State basketball and then upcoming fall, Michigan State football. You also do that.
Sir, go green.
Wow. So first off, how are you going to be able to do this if you're doing all that?
Well, you just prioritize things in life. And the blessed thing about it is this is so early that it doesn't interfere with any of the other things that I do.
Yeah.
So it's actually like perfect timing.
Just your sleep. That's it.
Right.
All right. So I want to kind of have you give like a little brief synopsis of yourself, like, what you're all about, how old you are. Are you married? Are you single? Already we got 248. Whoever you are, you are a dog on a bone. Is Kev single? That's the first question that people want to know. Is Kev single?
Listen, first and foremost, they say happy wife, happy life. She's not my wife yet, but if I answer anything other than the truth, which is that is my one and only, I will not be on air tomorrow.
And her name is Sherelle?
Yes, my baby Sherelle, who should be up, right? You think your girlfriend will be up on your first day listening, but I have no idea if she can hear me right now.
That's when you know it's love.
She's your fiance.
Soon to be.
Wait, you have not even proposed? Oh, my God,
proposed
Shannon, you
yet.
just gave it away. Hold on a second.
No, I thought you guys were already engaged.
No, I mean, we live a life like we're engaged.
I didn't give that away, did I?
No, you didn't. You're not
Holy
ruining
cow,
it.
my
It's
heart
about to
just
happen today.
stopped.
Yeah, she knows she's the one, though. And I'm a firm believer in, like, speaking things into existence and in every area of life.
Oh, he's one of those guys. Hold
I
on a
like
second.
it.
He's one of those
He's a
guys.
manifestor.
You don't need a ring, Sherelle. I'm just speaking it into an existence.
No, so I mean, I say that because I saved her name in my phone as the one very early on. Because when you know, you know.
How did you guys meet?
So Sherelle and I actually met in high school in 2008.
Oh, wow.
Well, she graduated in 08. I graduated in 07. And crazy enough, I tried to talk to every single one of her friends. She was part of the bad girls, like, you know, the group of girls that are just the baddest girls, bad meaning fine, like that's the crew. So I tried to talk to she was the quietest one too, so maybe that wasn't the reason why I went to her first. But long story short, the only thing she ever said to me in like those 3 years of high school, I tried to talk to her by the elevator, and she said, "Oh, you think you're just gonna talk to all of us, huh? That ain't how this go."
Oh, she called you right out.
And I was stunned, shocked. Then years later, you know, as fate would have it, we got back together, and then during COVID, I always thought that maybe, you know, there was something there with her. And then through COVID and everything that, you know, that meant for everybody and being in solitude, I reached out to her and said, you know, I want to know what a future would look like with us.
Yeah.
And here we are, 2.5 years later.
He's romantic.
With a baby on
He's
the
a
way.
romantic. You know what? Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
What? Wait. So no engagement, but we got a baby?
Baby on
There's
the
a bun
way.
in the oven?
Bun.
Wow.
Hot and ready.
Is this baby number one?
The oven is preheated. Yes,
wow.
this is our first child. I do have a son, 10-year-old named Josiah, who's incredible, but this is Sherelle and I's first baby.
How old is Josiah? 10?
Josiah is 10 years old.
Okay, so how old were you when you had Josiah? I'm trying to figure out how old you are.
Yeah.
Like I can't ask you. Legally they won't ever let us ask questions like that when you're doing the interview process. So how old is it? But no, how old were you when you had Josiah?
I was about to turn 23. So I
Oh,
was
wow.
22 years
Okay.
old. Yeah.
All right. And Josiah, 10 years old. Look at this, by the way. I'm looking at all these
Biggest in the gang.
these text messages here saying, "Oh my God, I love Kevin. First impression." There's somebody that said that. Another person here that said, "Oh my gosh, tell me what Kev looks like."
Only read the good ones.
We're gonna have to. We'll be posting. KP said that she's posting video and pictures and all that stuff for you.
We have to add your Instagram handle.
I know.
Our
I'm
bio.
ready. I'm so excited. Nobody do
Okay.
it. This is my job. I want to do it.
Melissa, any questions that you have for Kevin?
Good morning, Melissa.
Oh my gosh, good morning. I absolutely love your personality, Kev. You have made such a great first impression so far.
Melissa!
The guy said two things. He's just how do you love him already?
She's just like his vibe. His personality is just fantastic. I love it.
Come on, Melissa. It's all about the vibes.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say this. I will say this about you because I've had an opportunity to kind of see your work that you've done. I've seen the great stuff. Actually, Kevin used to work when we would do the broadcast downtown. He worked for the
Quicken Loans.
Quicken Loans people, whatever they call themselves now, Rocket Mortgage, whatever that crap is. But he worked down there. And then working next door with the guys over at FM 98 WJLB, one of the things you realize when an intern comes in here is they're either going to have one of two things. They're either going to be somebody that will be non-memorable or they'll be very memorable. And you were one of those. And then I saw this the moment that you came into the building. And guys, this is something that Mike and Megan, you didn't get an opportunity to say. Matter of fact, Mike and Megan, you've never even met him face to face, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
He's an AI for all I know. I don't even know if he's a real
By the way, shh, don't say anything. Come on. But when he came into the building, I saw there's two people that work here that right away went crazy when they saw him. Like they went nuts. One of them was Crystal, who's our promotions director, who you guys were interns together, right?
Yep.
And the other one was, and this will tell you whether or not you should like Kev, and this is for the people here because our listeners may not know, Lester, who's worked at this station forever. I mean, I think that Lester's been here for longer than I've been around here. And Lester pulled me aside after he got done hugging and groping you and stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
He pulled me aside and whispered in my ear, and he said, "That's a good one." Yeah. He goes, "That is a good one." He goes, "That was one of those ones where you'd go out on promotions." Lester had been, he's the guy that would like set up everything at promotions and do stuff. And he said he was never one to ever not want to work and not want to, be great and make people great. So we're excited about that.
Shout out to Lester, man.
He's the best.
He is the best.
Day one.
Well, welcome. You got a great group of people around you. I'm going to speak from, just experience around here that the people around you, they will love you. There will be moments where they'll probably also be your harshest critic, but they'll also be your greatest fan. Right. And they expect nothing but the best. And I'll tell you, the listeners, you're going to love them too. You're going to love what they're all about. You're going to, really appreciate more so than even when you were over at JLB, because I know they got great listeners. They don't have the listeners that we have on Channel 955 and SNX and KISS. We got hardcore crazies. So, and we have people that I know that will do pretty much anything that we ask them to do, especially in the morning when we ask them to give us a call and just tell us a little bit about themselves and be very personal. And we expect that of you.
For sure. And shout out to Melissa, the first listener I had a chance to meet over the air. Melissa, I will never, ever.
You got to remember that name. That might be a question in Mojo in the Morning Trivia. Matter of fact, we might have to add that to the Wikipedia. We're going to talk more with you coming up here. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, actually. We had prom, graduation. I know, Shannon, you had the in-laws in town, and they all stayed with you. Mike and Megan, I know you guys were out and about in Grand Rapids and Toledo this weekend. KP, like I said, was hoedowing it. And Lydia, I have no idea what you were doing because I didn't keep up with you this weekend. I did get a nice text from Lydia's mom who sent me a very sweet text about Luke graduating that made me actually tear up. But we'll find out what you did over the weekend, and we'll kick off the show next.
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.